Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. Today we're gonna have our 5th trial and see, well, probably not what the hell happened because that'll probably come in the second half of the trial, but hopefully get an idea of what the hell happened.
Damn right.
Looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it. You're making me depressed.
Stupid fool.
You're making me depressed. Dots. So it's going to happen again. The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends? But once we're through with this, we can go back, right?
That's right.
That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know? Exactly. That's why you don't believe it.
You know, right?
That's why I'll definitely survive. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial,
That's right.
I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what, even if I have to pull out all the stops. Dots! What the fuck? Why are you here? Dots! You haven't realized it yet? The feeling of wanting to leave this island? Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know? Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
Huh?
Huh? What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx us. No, she's right. Damn it, stupid rabbit, just shut up. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. Huh? I've finally realized, after losing my powers, I've realized that cursing your powerlessness, or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight.
Huh?
What's her deal?
I
I don't really know, but she seems different from before. She seems pissed. Maybe she read a self-help book.
wait.
But her eyes, she looks so determined.
You.
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes?
Ah.
Anyways, make sure you turn off Mini Maru. That'd be annoying if you started talking to her in the trial. Fine.
But still.
Somehow I understand what Monami is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going to the class trial.
Yep.
You're right. We need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. Roar! I'm not a dragon. I'm a bear. I mean, Monami is 100% right. But at the same time, I mean, it'd be cool if this was the final trial for them. I'm feeling there's going to be a lot more after this, though. Maybe not a lot more, but there's going to be more. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my head. I enter Monokuma Rock. There's at least one more chapter left. I feel like this too much we're not quite sure of yet.
Yeah.
This elevator rise, this will be the last one, the last time for this too, right? I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we finished.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
Killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he also was a valuable asset during the trials. Well, some of them. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. That's true. But even if he's gone, the one who survived need to stand and fight. We must fight. And then the door slowly opened. The bright lights greeting us. Is this the light of hope? Or the light of despair? The light of machines.
Well now.
Well then, now that the chatterbox Nagito is gone, there's only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up.
Enough, just fucking start this already.
Hey.
Hey, that's it. This is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Yep, it sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
All right.
Didn't I tell you? He said it. This is the end. Dots.
Now
Then, let's get this trial started.
Viva killing!
This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. Oh, okay. So is the next trial, like the final trial, is it actually going to be something that's not called a class trial? And that's how he's gonna... Okay. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. The curtain is about to rise. Nagito Kamada, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But then we realized he was actually insane. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that there was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. And that's where my problem with him comes in. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there was also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but... hey, relatable. I still kind of think Nagito did it to himself. I just don't know how. There's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. Which, I mean, I just loaded the save, so no. Set skills. So we need dupe, there we go. And I think moonsault. Is that it? Yeah. I think that's it. Okay, sure. Great. And finish preparations, yes.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Do we really need to?
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
A lot of extra blood there on Nagito's there.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
The Roman numeral X on Gundam.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Dots!
Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister?
You're also not tied up for once.
Be quiet. What's happened to you?
Dots!
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
I get that reference.
Chesto! One more time! Jeez! How about this one?
Are you doing Kamehameha? Ora.
This will be my final blow!
So all the ones?
It's useless.
Please stop. I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started after all.
Man, I felt bad for Monokuma the first time you hit her.
The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
I think you already know.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
I guess. Dots. The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or... torture wounds, survival knife, duct tape, Monokuma plushie, oral lighter. Oral lighter? Oral lighter. Huh? Monokuma's count.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
Yeah.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
Yeah?
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him?
Maybe nothing?
Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect
Wait, no, that's
is
not right.
whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Okay, yes, you would. You're Yakuza. Maybe you not personally, but why did the killer have to torture Nagito? No, were there wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place? Is that the contradiction?
Didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
What would I
So
put there?
that's why he
Monokuma's
was
account?
So beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was
Duct tape.
Fuyuhiko.
Oh, Monokuma's account. Probably
I found it. There's no way I'd torture someone.
whoever found him first, maybe? Probably not, actually.
I'm telling you, they were
The reason Nagito's
It's because the killer tortured.
No.
That's what were they trying to? Definitely the bomb's. If so, is whoever found the bomb first.
Okay, no. I think we're gonna have to take a minute and like think about this. Yeah, I gotta actually let my dog out, and also I just checked Twitter, but holy crap, the WWE is just like releasing a ton of people today. Anyways, that's besides the point. I know it's random cut there. Yeah, we're trying to figure out what the hell's going on here. Killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth shut to shut him up. They didn't? Wait a minute, they didn't? How do you know that?
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
Okay, and?
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him?
What does that
Definitely the bomb's
mean?
hiding place. If so,
He didn't-
The suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
What does that mean? Okay, they didn't
That
use
was
duct tape
Fuyuhiko.
to shut him up. They did it to torture
I
him.
found it by coincidence.
Yeah, okay, we're actually gonna
There's no way
shoot
I'd
that
torture
because I don't know what the
someone.
hell that means. That's actually confusing as all hell.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
Yeah, and they taped his mouth
The
to
reason
shut
Nagito's
him up?
body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
What? Okay,
No, that's wrong.
yeah, that is wrong.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything.
Yeah, they just to torture him. I think I got that right for the wrong reason.
If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
Yeah, he was getting tortured for pleasure, though.
I'm prepared.
Why are we fighting?
I just realized it. It's a trap.
Okay, yeah?
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid. Okay. Sure.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that
There
was
you
the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
What?
Can't back down.
Oh, button mash? Button mash! I'm the master of button mashing!
But
Advance!
if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went down.
Okay.
First, the killer tortured Nagito
Whoa!
and got information about the bomb's location.
Sure?
Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
No, but that's not right,
That was
right?
close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
They think Nagito's mouth shut after getting the information from him? That sounds reasonable, but clearly contradicts the truth. Yeah, there was...
Pay attention. This is how
There was
it
no
works.
blood underneath
The
this
killer
stuff,
tortured
right?
Nagito and got information about Ben after they.
I gotta hit the wrong button. There we go.
Allow me to cut through those words. No, There's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
Yeah,
What did you say?
the truth.
Who cares about the duct tape? You might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
That is not how trials work, Akane.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime?
Love,
You have a crush on him or something?
maybe. Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood
was
on
on
his
it.
face came from his arm wound.
And it like got sucked into his mouth. They can't suck it in, you wouldn't be able to suck it into his mouth like when he's dead,
Which
because you don't
means
breathe.
The duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream.
And that's what I was thinking.
Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
Why not?
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
Hey, it looks like it.
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
I mean, you probably shouldn't bring that up, Akane, because you almost popped his head off with your bare hands.
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty
Actually, you know what?
bastard.
No, that's actually a good defense for you, because you weren't torturing him then. You would probably have just snapped his neck or crushed his throat and killed him. They would have suffered, sure, but, well, maybe not the neck cracking, snapping one, but the suffocation one, definitely. But that was a crazed attack. This one was thought out and brutal.
If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
But that's also kind of why I think it was Nagito, because who else could have set up that contraption from the inside? There was no other way out.
Was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
So it was technically Akane that started the fire, because she kicked open the door.
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
That's true.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
Like the stands.
I do not know that, but
The cutout
it has been the
stands.
pattern before.
I'm not sure what those are called. They're just cutouts, right?
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is.
The reason for the fire, they're right. We need to clear that up first. Plush panels, Monokuma panels. Is that what they're called? Panels? They don't look like panels.
The direct cause of the fire was
That's gotta be it,
the
though.
oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Well, yes.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
No.
They probably just threw the lighter.
No.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
Yes.
If they tipped
It's a
over the
Zippo.
lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way? Maybe they used invisible thread.
There
Why?
should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
No.
Or perhaps opening the door caused
Yes.
intense wind
So that
pressure
one.
to tip over the lighter.
No. No, Sonia. You were right the first time.
The
a direct
So
cause
let's
of
go
the
back
error.
there
The killer used something lit the curtain on.
Some kind
and
of
select
sensor.
that
They
one.
They probably just based on the shape it can stand up.
If they tipped over, it could have ignited.
This is
Maybe they're used invisible.
There should have been a way to tip it over.
Or
This
perhaps
one, yeah.
opening the door caused.
I agree with that.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
What does that mean?
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
That means the domino effect,
The
dog.
killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
Yeah! Hajime. We're getting the big brain going.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
Yeah, but aren't they? Isn't there's an actual game for dominoes, right? I did not know this for the longest time until like my adult years, where like I guess there's like a domino game, right? Where you like I don't know if you stack them, but you like line up the numbers or something like that. I have no idea how it's played. It looks like the only dominoes I know is the ones you just like line up to make patterns and then you just tip them over. But like I don't know, I gotta look that up
In
afterwards.
place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels.
Yes.
So when we opened the warehouse
drew
door,
this?
the first panel toppled into the second,
No, seriously, who the hell drew this?
and from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
Well, you guys didn't point it out.
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
No, I didn't. I mean, I can see them clearly.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Killer did one more thing to hide the domino effect. One more thing to hide the domino effect. No. Maybe? Yeah, okay, let's try it. It's the only thing I can think of. Like, right off the bat. Alright.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Okay, that makes sense. The inside of the warehouse even felt dark because our eyes were still used to the bright light. Within the darkness, a loud hymn blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Doesn't you like listening to this depressing crap? Probably. No, I'm not talking about the music. As if on cue, it suddenly started. Oh, so it kind of heard something.
So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
You have really good hearing, like a Buki level
But
hearing.
those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Oh yeah, she opened it slowly, but she actually has to force it. Yeah. Okay. I hope this doesn't make her the killer. Because I don't want her to die. I don't really want anyone to die. Even though Kazuichi's kind of annoying right now for the last few chapters. He's not that
By
bad.
a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. I'm assuming the panels are maybe wood or Well, actually, I assume they're paper, but I'm guessing they're wood because how the hell would she have any trouble with that?
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But you're like really strong?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Oh, that's what you're getting at.
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
Yeah. If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse, I see. So the problem Chiaki's talking about is the killer couldn't have left.
I see.
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
That's a very dumb idea.
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
Dots. The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse, there's only one person who could have done it. Yeah? Oh, right, you.
This is my answer. What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
Yeah?
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim.
Well, we got to that point rather quickly. I thought it was going to take a little while.
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be
Very painful
stupid.
suicide. I just don't know how.
His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
I can see the leg one being self-inflicted. Definitely. You could even be tied up mostly for that and do that, but... I mean, the spare one too, if you were able to, like, hang it, but release it. I don't know how you release it, though, right? Because his left arm was tied up. But the biggest one is, how the hell are you going to impale your own hand? Yeah, I guess you can hold it in your mouth and smack it, but that would just probably knock it out of your mouth a little bit. It gets stuck in your hand a little bit, maybe.
But Nagito might do something like that.
I mean, he is insane.
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Well, one was potentially free.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you
Before
understand.
he was like, oh shit.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like you said, it seems impossible if you think about it. Okay, yeah, I agree. I feel like I'm overlooking something. Well, he had one arm free. And like I said, yeah, the burned rope. Like, the burned rope could have just been a setup, right? It could have been burned beforehand. Or it could have...
To actually tie up your
No,
own
actually, it
arms
could have just
and
been
legs.
burned beforehand.
That's obviously impossible.
I just need to find some sort of contradiction.
Tying both arms would be impossible.
Yes, but one was free.
Couldn't do much with
That
the
was
free
not
arm.
blue or yet orange.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Yeah.
Or if you use your front tail?
What?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
That was a dirty joke. Also, can you do that? How would you do that? Our assumption that Nagito committed suicide is correct. Nagito should have tied himself up too. That's okay, right?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
Feel like that one should be orange, and I'd
Couldn't do
shoot
much
that.
with the free arm.
Well, if it's not that,
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
maybe the
How
first
about if you
one
use-
with
or if you
burned
use your
rope?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and...
Okay.
No, that's wrong. Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that...
See, I would have burned it before if it was me. Then again, I wouldn't do that to myself because, one, I'd probably start crying as soon as I even slightly cut my leg. And two, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. The proof that the burnt rope on Nagito's arm is a trap. His right sleeve, his knife is in right hand, his duct tape is the right sleeve.
I see.
Okay.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Would you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Dope.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Sonia.
That's definitely wrong.
In some places, we try not to judge here for Yuhiku.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that much is obvious.
Well, yes.
Hajime, you tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin.
I didn't give you any Benjamin. Not only did she try to charge you now, she wants the money back? What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Okay, that's a little much. A way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. That's okay. There's definitely an answer to that. Torture room, burn.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right
Blood on
hand with his
girder.
right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
No.
Is he
I mean, it'd have to be pretty
knife expert?
forceful.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Oh, the
And
knife.
slammed his
Yeah.
right hand down on it?
Oh, the plushie! Had a hole in
If he
it.
just propped the knife,
And blood.
he could have used his bound left
I
hand.
definitely thought he would have stabbed himself in the
If you're
hand.
tied up, your arms won't bend that easily.
This is true. He
You
knows.
don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Yeah. He has a kink. We try not to judge. If Nagito could only use his his right hand to stab himself in the palm, then how did he do it?
Even if Nagito's right hand
We gotta
was
get to
free,
that
how could he
prop
stab his...
If he threw
thing
the
and
knife and let
see.
the knife, could he stab his hand that? Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Slower talking Chiagi is weird.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it,
Oh.
he had to place
Oh.
the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
I got a visual in my head. It actually sent shivers up my right hand and arm.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
A messed up trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
That'd be weird too.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear.
Yeah. Brutal.
If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Okay. So his left hand is covered on blood in the front. So I guess when he was holding it. Sure. And I guess some blood from the weight touched the girder up top?
He probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
Screw that.
There is a limit to his constitution.
I know, right?
If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Okay, phrasing. Phrasing. Kazuichi.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
You didn't have to say it again.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For a reason.
Okay, Connie hit him.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
And while you're tied up and completely.
So you're saying it's impossible?
Well, no, hard, not impossible.
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it,
Well, no,
right?
the evidence also doesn't point to anyone else.
That's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Oh, yeah?
Monokuma sassing me.
She is.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
But it also the only thing the evidence points
Are
to.
you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him
She
to
didn't
stab
say
himself with a
impossible.
spear
Akane
in
said
his
impossible.
condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself.
I think
with a
we already
spear.
figured it out though.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Oh, that and relying on Hajime.
Everyone working together.
She's right. We made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Some more than others. Then even now.
All right, let's do this.
Make your argument. Torture wound, blood on left hand. I have to say that's probably going to be something we're going to go to.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
Okay.
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
That's gonna be it, isn't it?
If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth?
Maybe.
Or maybe he used his front tail. I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
Kane.
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
Okay. Okay. If Nagito committed suicide, then he must have used that spear to stab himself. Even if his arms and legs were tied up, there's no doubt he used some part of his body. The only thing he could have used is...
How did Nagito...
I mean, I guess his front tail, quote unquote, could have been...
His right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He took Viagra, wrapped the cord around it, and waited for the effects to wear off. Holy shit, Nagito, that's brilliant. Shit, I wish that was true.
It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only
Kinda like
had blood
painted
on
on.
the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
What was Nagito's left hand doing when the blood splattered? Hiding back of his hand was exposed. Gripping.
I see.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Okay, what's with the dick jokes all of a sudden?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Not his spear, though.
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right, that's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle, just like fixing an old TV.
Don't hit Akane. No, don't hit Chiaki, please.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Which section of the cord?
I see.
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
I mean, the size of a human fist varies from person to person, but sure.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
Did you guys even investigate the scene?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
I mean, pretty sure he hung it from the girder. Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear, with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear? To be fair, the fact that this is the case, I'm assuming it is, if he hung it from the girder and let go, he kind of got really lucky that it actually fell where he wanted to, because like motion and like free weight like that can go certain different ways, especially when you have the force of something falling with an opposite weight flying up, right?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
Do you have tea?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
That is a long plan name, she's right.
One step at a time. What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first, namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that, that's it. Could it be the state of the spear, then the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment? If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure it out. Where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. We really actually don't have to do this. It was hanging from the girder. But okay, I guess we'll do this. How do I play this game again? Why do you always ask that? I don't know, I keep forgetting. Accelerate, brake, jump. Alright. Like this. We're going slow. Ooh. You popped up out of nowhere! Ooh. Oop. Oh, I know the patterns. Here we go. Question 1. Where was the spear just before it would impale Nagito? Above Nagito. I didn't have a choice to actually move it. That's great. It was right. No. Oh god. I don't like these things. Where do these mines come from? Question 2. Let's pause. Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? What else was above the girder? Yes, the girder. Okay. I gotta remember that I can actually not accelerate and then look at the stuff without having to pause. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, you almost got me. I don't like these ones. Question 3. What item connects both the spear and the ceiling girder? The spear cord, the rope on Nagito's left hand, the rope and the spear cord. Okay. There we go. Alright, cool.
It's all coming together.
It is all coming together. It actually came together before we actually went into there, but sure.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
I don't think that's what that is.
That'd be awesome, but he'd probably use the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support. He hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
You're not wrong.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
Yeah, it's pretty messed up, right?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Thoughts?
Then this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear?
Pretty metal. You're not wrong.
That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Dedication.
Did he need to go that far?
Oh, yeah.
That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake.
Like always.
By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
That's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Jeez, I was starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. How stupid of me. I really underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I had forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be snaring at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
What?
So why did he not just do that in the first place?
Yeah.
If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
Well, that was just for fun.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense.
Like a lot of it?
It's probably just my imagination.
I mean, I know there's certain people out there that can do harm to themselves, but I feel like, I don't know, doing all that to yourself is kind of still like, he's insane, clearly insane still, but at the same time, man, like I stub my toe and my eyes start watering. Well, I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or?
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You don't think it's a suicide?
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Oh, nice change of pace, I guess.
And it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
Yeah?
That's true, but
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Okay.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
What do you mean? Okay, I clearly missed something too. Something related to Nagito's death, and it's something that even he couldn't mess with.
You're gonna keep going? And here I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with? Is it time? No. I don't know what you're talking about. Is it time of death? Like,
I see.
no, but he could have, I don't know. It was Monokuma file, apparently.
Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
I mean, he could have planned out time of death. The victim is Nagito. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Yeah, and we found him at 12:30. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there is multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about is... what is it? What is hidden in the Monokuma file? Oh, Jesus Christ, what are we going? It's Hangman? It's Hangman. I don't... I don't know. I don't know. How many letters? Not time of death. But is it cause of death? I just got rid of a C too. Okay, I guess the Monokuma file doesn't mention cause of death. It does mention time of death. Okay, fine. Why would I do that? There is too many! Too many! Just too many! Oh, god damn it. Why? I'm gonna die. I need an F, thank you. Now I need a D, E, A? Does anyone have an A? A. I need another A. T. T, that's how you spell death. T. And there goes that H. Need another H, please. God damn it. God damn it. Okay, almost all my health went away. Good lord.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Not only is this, yeah, we literally just read this.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
I would imagine.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth!
Okay, so it is important.
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me.
Okay, I'm actually kind of lost.
Would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Oh, was it the poison? Is that what that was? Did he poison himself too? And that caused him to drop the spear? But the poison had already killed him,
Did
maybe?
Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh?
You take that back.
Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
I don't think you know what friendship is.
What friendship?
Yeah.
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote?
But even if he poisoned himself, it would still be suicide.
I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
I mean, you kind of have to, right?
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. That's what I believe.
Sorry.
Aww,
Oh, Monami.
splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
Does Captain Planet? Oh, does Captain Hope show up? All your hopes are united. No despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. And this situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. Dots. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Dots. Is it break time already? Oh, it is. It's been an hour. All right, cool. Well, that is not going to be the episode because I forgot we had something like this.
No.
Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was going to start, but, well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was going to happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. I know, I thought it was going to be a change of pace for a second. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monami? Dots. Hey, how much longer are you planning to suck? Let's get along like we always do. Dots. 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 All right, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand in silence when you're alone with someone else. So Monami and I are the bestest of friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Enough. Why do I have to be hated that much? Besides, the fact that you snapped at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1 millimeter bit. How sad. Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know? We aren't even friends in the first place. Then as your older brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother. It's sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, there may be some demand for that. I fell for it. I totally took the man bait. I mean, yeah, okay, there is demand for it, sure. Let's save here, but I am definitely going to have Alt F4 and say that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, press like below. If you're not subscribed yet, why don't you have my video so I can check out some of the content, see if it's to your liking. Once again, thank you for watching. Hope you all have a great day.